NNRG.
Okay, so a quick heads up. Today's game that we're covering, Project Firestart, I don't have it working perfectly. I've got it working mostly. The problem is that the way the copy protection's been broken is not 100% perfect. So, it'll should work well enough to see a good chunk of the game, but every so often it might hit this point where it just fails to load. And unfortunately, if that happens, it pretty much means starting the whole thing over. So hopefully it doesn't happen too often. Anyways, here we go. So we got another one of these ones cracked by NOS, or Nostalgia, I think is the actual full name of the game. Or not the game, full name of the group. But yeah, this one, this is another EA title. And apparently EA is the masterminds of some of the most ridiculous copy protection. So yeah, this one's definitely got issues despite the fact it's been cracked. So, just to demonstrate, if we actually go into this here, so hit the spacebar. So yeah, we're going to get some basic information here. So, Project Firestart began on February 13th, 2066 aboard the research ship Prometheus, financed by the Systems Science Foundation, SSF, an agency of the United System States, USS, and the project's goal was to produce strong, durable laborers capable of helping Belters mine titanium and iridium on selected moons and asteroids. Although first-generation genetic reshaping is extremely hazardous, it was allowed because the geneticists involved were required to follow strict safeguards guaranteeing tight control over the experiment's end product. Well, of course, we all know how this went down. And the other thing, too, is I think some of the documentation is actually getting, cut off at certain points because you'd think there was more story than that, except it's already gone into, how to properly prep the program for... Because apparently this crack needed, user intervention to set it up. So, this has already been done with the one I have, so yeah, this is quite the process just to get this going. And yeah, right here it's it got cut off at some point. This, I think this is from the manual right here. Maybe? I'm not sure. But it's some of the tips here seem like they're from the manual, because I did give the manual a once over because there are extra controls. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's properly copied over either. If you want to regain lost health, it's supposed to be lost health points. And if you ignore a wound, it won't get any worse, but it won't get any better either. That is straight from the manual. So I don't understand what's going on here. It's this documentation is very messed up. Anyway, so what I can do now is if I hit escape, or the run start key technically, it actually gives this information right here. So we can actually set the oh, does that? Yeah, it has to be done with the keyboard. You can actually set your trainer options with the arrow keys, but then it's particularly making a note here that the game itself is going to refer to disk 0 and disk 2. This is going to be the way it's been cracked. It's going to all be from one disk image, and then disk 1 and 3 referred to by the game are going to be another disk image. And I think this is where part of the problem is in terms of how the crack has been formed, and how sometimes it's not, it thinks it's on a particular disk when it's really not, and then it just gets completely screwed up. So, because it even says right here, flip the game disk and press fire when the screen flashes with blue colors. Oh, actually that was the problem I was seeing. I didn't realize that it actually wants you to switch the disk if that happens. Okay, so maybe there is actually a way to recover if the emulation does screw up. Okay, well anyways, there is a lot of disk flipping in this game, unfortunately. So yeah, that's not the most fun. Anyways, first disk image is in there, so spacebar to begin. In fact, the manual even makes note of the fact that you don't want to attach like fast loaders and stuff because this game has it built in. Like the loading times in this from the quick testing I did were surprisingly fast. Not this first load. This initial load takes a little longer, but even that didn't seem like that long. And yes, this was one of those Dynamix games. And we're starting up with a little computer loading something. Now, Prometheus, come in. Prometheus, come in. Yeah, Prometheus isn't coming in anytime soon. We got an ominous shadow coming forward. And Project Firestart. Along with creepy noises. And yeah, apparently Jeff Tunnell was the main person behind this game. So yeah, it's just a bit of music here. We got credits scrolling by. And if we hit spacebar, it'll not bring us into the game because I believe it's about to ask for another disc swap. Yep, please insert disc number 1. And because of the way this has been done, again, disc 0 and 2 are the first disc image, and disc 2 and 4 are the second disc image. So, or no, disc 0 and 2 are the first, disc 1 and... Okay, basically, even number, first image, odd number, second image. So I gotta go attach the second image, and then hit the joystick button. And again, I don't have a fast loader or warp speed or anything going, and this is actually gonna load surprisingly fast. At least as far as C64 games are concerned. Like, I mean, I'm actually watching the drive indicator light, and it's going nuts. Seeking to many different places. And yeah, we're already in. So... we got a timer in the corner, obviously counting down to our inevitable failure. I believe health are the green arrows at the bottom left, and in the bottom center is our current weapon. And on this screen here, we can only move left and right. And I haven't actually looked at much further than this. I do know that there is some graphic violence, so if it's a little too intense, I will be blotting it out. Just because, from what I understand, the graphic violent parts are like, they're minor, there's not a lot of them. So if we go here, leave the Prometheus, I don't want to do that. Prometheus is where we are. And then open door. So yeah, the other thing I was confused about, and part of the reason why I looked up a manual at all. So the way this works, if I push the button, it like switches between open door and closed door. But what's actually going on is you are actually opening the door. So that's why it's giving you a closed door option. Because if I run into this now, it's actually going to switch screens. And again, it's loading. That was fast. Like, I did not speed that up at all. Like, that was a really fast load right there. But anyways, got to go into this elevator here. Go to level 2. There it goes. And this is as far as I've tested. So I have... no idea what more is going on here, but we're gonna find out. Okay, we got... that's not that bad, but I think... yeah, oh, yep, there it goes. So, this is gonna be blotted out to some degree, but rest assured, it's a guy who's scrawled danger on the wall, and he has a severed hand. Well, severed arm. Not so bad, looking at it from a distance here. Doesn't look like much of anything, but the close-up is definitely a lot more graphic, so I definitely will be censoring that out. And we got a door in that direction, and if we go the other way, that's just wide open. Okay, well actually, let's go check out that... oh wait, what? Oh, did I come from the down direction? Oh, I came from the down direction. Okay, let's check out this way. So, open door. And leads to a little bit of an intersection. Okay, and I'm noticing now that my character is looking down, and there's a door behind me that's open. So I'm guessing that's where I came from. Okay, so let's try going through this door. And go through. And yeah, the loading times are very fast. Whoa. TNT? Explosives? Okay. Oh, take a new laser. I guess I could do that. The manual makes note that you can have up to 2 lasers at a time. Okay, so if we hit the... Well, can't do it while the message is on screen. If we hit the C key... Yeah, I got 2 lasers now. And the manual makes note that you can only have 2 lasers at a time. Lasers being the de facto weapon of this game. So let's take the down path here. Got an interesting room here. Activate laser gate. Okay. Probably don't want to walk through that. That doesn't seem... Is this like a brig or something? It's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, so I just entered this screen, and I'm facing up, which suggests that I actually came in from the down direction. So I'm glad the game is actually making it a point to check stuff like that. We got weird colored panels on the wall there. What happens if we go into this door, which seems kind of important? It says exit. Huh. Or, wait a minute, 2061? Eat at Joe's? Yeah, that doesn't help. Today's movie is what? Skyfox 2. I think that's another one of the games they made. Temperature, 23 degrees Celsius. Now we got the time again. But yeah, I thought this took place in 2066. That says 2061. Maybe that's another case of the transcripted manual on the disc and the crack being the wrong, just not put in well. Go to which level? I don't know, let's try level 3. And we have another disc swap. This says disc number 2, so that means disc image number 1. Okay, this is a mess. Yeah. Any of these bodies have anything on them? I don't think so. Okay, moving on from the room of death and despair. Corridor here. I like how there's exit signs that point out where the elevators are. It's kind of helpful. We got another elevator there. And got some doors here. Pretty long corridor. And goes to the end there. Okay, let's stay on this floor for now. So let's take a look through here. Open door. What have we got in here? Apparently what we have in here is more death and destruction. Yeah, these people aren't having a good time. The manual made explicit mention that all you have to do to know if you can use something or not, or interact with something, is just walk up to it. And if you walk up to something and you get a message at the bottom of the screen, then that indicates that you can access it. So this room isn't promising. Oh, this guy's got an ID card on him, so take the ID card. And I think oh, there's also a laser down there. Unfortunately, yeah, can't carry any more lasers. So, but I think if we hit the I key, yeah, it actually shows us our inventory. So we got an ID card with the letters BR on it. If that means anything. Whoops. And yeah, if you don't have a command highlighted, you fire your laser, which I accidentally did just now. But yeah, it looks like something escaped from that room there, judging by the blast pattern on the door. So maybe we'll end up fighting it? I don't know. Okay, this is a room where there's clearly some kind of experiments going on with creatures in test tubes. 'Cause that's not ominous. Oh, we found another ID card. So if we go to our inventory, we now got an AR and a BR ID cards. Okay. Access computer, let's do that. Up, and here's that blue flashing. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, is when this was happening, I thought this basically meant that the game was totally screwed up, like that the crack wasn't done right. But reading the instructions there better, it seems like what I'm supposed to do if this happens is switch the disk image and hit the fire button. I mean, it stopped the yeah, that actually worked. Okay, so apparently we're accessing a computer system now. Current messages. So maintenance test of cryogenic hibernation systems completed. All systems operational. Warning, lead glass in nucleix viewing room is faulty. Radiation level may be lethal if shield is raised. Okay, that's probably good to know. I guess if we see any, I don't know, if we see any radioactive things that have a lead shield or something, I don't know. Yellow alert, there's a problem in the Firestart labs. Unauthorized personnel will not be allowed to enter the area. Security, please report to the labs. Red alert, creatures from Firestart labs have broken out of containment. All personnel man your stations, not a drill. Like the last thing you want to hear while working on this station. Weekly routine maintenance report. Pending, broken nucleus glass, new, waste pod full. And Docking Bay 1 activity detected. I think that's me coming on the station right now. So, I've also got some notes. We got the blue flashing again, so I gotta go switch disk images again. Like, I mean, the loading times are short, but the disk swapping is intense. Okay, today the genetic reshaping project began. Our goal is to produce a mining worker. This worker must be strong, docile, and able to work in rare atmospheric conditions, less than 0.1 micrograms of oxygen per liter. I don't think most things that could breathe oxygen would be able to survive that. Must also be extremely tolerant of sub-zero temperatures down to -25 Celsius. As per the GLL, this entity must not be capable of further cloning or replication. The auxin DNA and accompanying material have been sub-microcloned, reshaped, and recombined with the chromosomes of the asteroid belt fungi E. coromini. If my hypothesis is correct, this will provide the needed strength, atmospheric, and temperature tolerances. And God knows what else, because you're screwing with genes here. I mean, reading this stuff is kind of reminding me of the stuff in the Metroid Prime games. Because when you play the Metroid Prime series, you get all kinds of lore that's like this, like with genetic engineering and stuff. The embryo is now visible to the naked eye. All nervous and organ systems are undergoing expected development. Today, the transfer from highly controlled culture to the life support tubes was a success. Okay, how many more of these goes in? Wow, there's a lot of this. Well, I mean, so far I haven't... I was about to say, so far I haven't really found anything to shoot, but I've entered this corridor, and now there's noise? Maybe there's something at the other... Oh! Hello? Are you a friend? I'm gonna guess not. I'm gonna laser you. Is the laser even doing it? Whoa! I have no idea if the laser was even doing anything or not. I'm hoping the laser's doing something. Like, I mean, maybe it's an invisible laser? Maybe? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the laser does work, it's just you can't see the beam or something? There's a lot of these. The laser works at a distance. Laser definitely works at a distance. Yeah, there's the proof. Oh. I get some fanfare. Apparently I killed all the monsters. Hooray! Oh jeez, and now there's more of them? Really? Whoa, what the... That was bizarre. Can I just leave this area? Do I have to fight these things? Okay, it just lets me leave. So apparently you don't have to fight if you don't want to. But... Oh, meanwhile? Okay. So we've got someone in a pod of some sort? And someone else was looking over it? And that's all we got to go on. So we got switch on the energizer. Now we got some beds. Can't really do much with them. So I guess switch on the... Oh! Process complete. I have full health again. Nice. Oh, and of course the enemies just come right in. Okay, so that's good to know. I think I better get off this deck. So let's go through the elevator. Oh, I gotta wait for the elevator? Really? And this weapon's out, so I've got to change weapons. One thing I'm noticing is that I don't always fire when I hit the fire button, which is kind of a problem. And something I've noticed with a lot of EA's C64 titles so far is that their fire button isn't always 100% responsive for whatever reason. I'm not sure what's up with that, really, because, quite frankly, the arrow keys are fully responsive. Well, the arrow directions, I should say. So I don't get why they can't get the fire button to work right. Oh geez, for some reason this room is really glitching things out. Okay. Well, I'm not going to access the computer while I'm under attack. Yeah, I'm trying to hit the fire button and it's not always firing. Okay. I'm very low on health now. Jettison waste pod? Sure. I don't know why if that does anything useful. Maybe it slows the enemies down? I have no idea. Oh, apparently I can set the self-destruct from here. I mean, I have a vague idea of how to get back to where I came from, but... well, it might not let me. It might not let me. What's the current messages say? Oh wait, these are just the same messages. Except for the waste pod's been jettisoned one. That's new. Cryogenic resurrection subroutine initialized on suspension tube number 2. Okay, so it's not the exact same messages. What happens if I do set self-destruct? Warning, operation cannot be reversed. Ooh, this is a committal self-destruct. You don't set this unless you absolutely are sure you want to blow up. Okay, I'm really hoping I can make it to that medical facility. And then after that, I need another laser, like stat, because the one I've got has next to no energy left. Okay, sweet, sweet hit points. Hopefully this doesn't run out or anything, because that would be bad. I know the lasers run out, because I got barely any laser energy left. Now, was there a laser next to... I think there was a laser rifle next to the guy in here? Yes, there was. Okay, so pick that up. And did it immediately just... oh, it immediately switched me to the new one. Well, actually, you know what I should do? Let's run that... I had one shot left on the other laser. Okay. I'm just gonna skip past you because I don't feel like burning my laser energy at the moment. Now, if we go this way, apparently we've got a terrarium. We got some stuff going on over here. Can't use the signs. Being chased by aliens at the moment, though, so I'm not turning around. Now, I wonder if the whole thing with the doors, maybe you're supposed to close them because the aliens can get through them? Maybe? Okay, we got a room here with a big shutter. And we got a computer. Raise lead shield. Oh. Is this the thing that's going to irradiate me if I raise it? Let's see what happens. That doesn't seem to do much. I'll just lower it again just in case. Because I don't feel safe with a faulty lead shield or something. Is it faulty? I'm not certain. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any... oh, switch off main power. I'm not sure I want to do that. But then maybe that might help? Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. So, main power back on. And switching discs back to the other one. You flip discs so often in this game. And just to think, this has been condensed down into 2 disc images. Imagine if this was still like 4 disc images, like the game apparently originally was. Okay, got a room here. Oh! Oh! That guy's totally missing a head. Pick up plasma laser. Wait, plasma laser? Oh, it's a different kind of laser. I'm going to guess bigger and better. Especially given the fact that it's giving me light green arrows. Whoa. What? Tremors detected in docking bay 1. Isn't docking bay 1 where I came in from? I don't think that's good. If stuff is going wrong in docking bay 1 where I actually boarded the station from, then I think we've got problems. And I think this is where the docking bay was. So hopefully things are okay. Things don't look okay outside. Yeah, the glass is cracked now. We've got aliens here. I can't get back to my ship now. Yeah, I'm kind of trapped on the space station now. That's not good. Okay, so I think we've gotten a fairly good idea of what this game is about. It's basically like, it's kind of like survival horror, but kind of not really. But then at the same time, the thing is that there's constantly respawning enemies. So that's not conducive, really, to survival, in the sense that there's going to eventually be a point where your resources are just going to run out completely. But yeah, we've gotten a good gist of this game. So that was Project Firestart. This definitely has quite a bit of meat to it for a C64 game. I also like the fact that the loading times are incredibly short, so they must have really optimized the heck out of it to be able to pull that off. And then at the same time, it's like, the gameplay, I don't like the fact that there's infinite respawns. Or at least it seems like it's infinite respawns. Maybe it's not, but I got a funny feeling it is. But yeah, this game plays really well, so it would be interesting to go through it and see, like, just how the story unfolds and everything, but I'm almost dead. And I've got a funny feeling I probably wouldn't survive this without plenty of attempts. But I imagine if this is your jam, then this game plays perfectly fine.